Youngstown is an amazing, amazing arts town. What it needs, though, is it needs outlets for its smaller artists, its younger artists, its more experimental artists who can take chances.
Well, I don't know much about the Fringe Festival.
I know that it's a festival here in DC that celebrates poetry, art, film, music.
They have an awesome beer garden in the parking lot.
From everything that I've heard about it, it's a whole lot of fun.
Fringe started in Edinburgh, Scotland, and the term Fringe became because Edinburgh was starting a major international festival, and a lot of local artists were upset that they weren't invited, so they fringed the international festival.
I moved here to Washington, D.C. in 2005, and it was really dead. Myself and Damien Sinclair, who at that time worked at Woolly Mammoth Theater, just started talking about it, and then the whole thing sort of snowballed. A lot of different people, community leaders, people from the theater community, people from the dance community, hundreds of people got involved.
What we do when we designed the festival and when we created it is we created an event that's A, impossible to ignore, B, will get you sucked into it. It's the kind of event with so much going on that it's going to force people, whether they like it or not, to let their hair down and try things.
Everybody leads the way they come in. At one time, only for one reason for the
It's a community theater vibe without the label of it being a community theater. In the middle of a metropolitan area, Fringe is like a giant family.
Yeah, it gets crazy, but it's a good crazy. We do long hours, like an 18-hour day. And I say I have 8 hours to myself, 6 to sleep, 1 to get up and eat something, 1 to go home and try to smash something down my throat before I crash, and then you're back here the next day. But it's good, you know, it's like you want to do it. We have a lot of product that we ice down every day. We stock everything, ice it down about an hour, 45 minutes before we open. And then and at the end of the night, we just reverse process, everything gets put away, all the stuff gets put away, ice drained up, cleaned up, and we start fresh the next day. So it's just a process. It's kind of like running any festival bar where you don't have a permanent fixed building location. You build it every day. Washington just loves an environment like this. It's chill, it's a deck, it's outdoors, there's cool lighting, there's entertainment, there's DJs, there's live music. And nobody comes here with an attitude. It's so cool.
We develop friendships that don't end just because the festival is over. You know, we all keep in contact with each other afterwards, and so it's really, Fringe is like a giant family.
Fringe. It's quality people spending quality time with each other in a creative environment.
You are a number one in my list. I want My name is David Tanus, and I've lived in this area for much of my life. I love the theater scene here. I am a freelance visual arts critic, but now I do an awful lot of theater just as somebody who attends theater and is knowledgeable about theater and loves the theater scene. So I start off by going through the booklet and marking up the ones that are of special interest, although I find that as Fringe continues, a lot more things go down in the booklet. Try to find out who is putting it on, who is appearing in it. I talk to friends who might have seen it already and get their take.
Thank you, David. You're always there for me.
And then sometimes I say, okay, you got to jump in the swimming pool and see whether it's going to be good or not.
I think what we've all learned is like it is so much harder because you have to put everything that you're used to doing as an actor on your face and with your body into this little styrofoam ball and then somehow translate that out to the audience. And sometimes you have two puppets or sometimes you're, it's very, very difficult.
Yeah. Oh, I love the venue. I love the show.
Well, the setting is so intimate. You really go inside the characters. I mean, it's remarkable how close we are to the acting.
But otherwise, there's stuff here that I don't know where you've been putting it, so you should check and show me.
We've been with the Fringe since the beginning. We're typically closed in the summer during the time that most of the Fringe takes place, but we find that this is really a time when the city comes alive now, and so we're happy to open our doors and work with Fringe to be a venue.
Well, I can tell you what it's like to be here with the Fringe at the Institute. It's wonderful. It's a great space. It's a wonderful space, particularly for one-person shows because it's an intimate theater. It's 92 seats. All the performers seem to really love it. We have a lovely staff here. The Institute staff has been really helpful, and it's just been a wonderful experience all the way around. I could not ask for a lovelier venue.
Eloise Schottler. The name of my performance is My Diamond Jubilee, aka Finding Gus. Oh, it's wonderful to perform at the Goethe. I was here last year at the 2010 Fringe and was hoping to get placed here again. The equipment's great, everybody that works here is wonderful, and for storytelling, I'm a solo performer using a spoken word form of storytelling, and that room works perfectly.
Hit it.
Love is a burning thing. It makes a fiery ring. Bound by a wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Went down, down, down. The flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire.
The Fringe Festival means a lot of energy, a fantastic cast, and a wonderful experience.
Yeah, tons of energy and wild collaboration.
Creative freedom and expression.
Super awesome, epic news.
It's being surrounded by tons of new and familiar faces in DC who share a similar passion.
So stay.
It really is kind of a fantastic theater atmosphere because everyone is doing something, whether it's just seeing the shows or just kind of existing in the festival itself.
Fingers crossed, our paths.
It's like high holy days on the DC theater calendar right now. Everything in theater
kind of stops and revolves around this. Everybody knows somebody who's in a show, is going to see a show, has heard about a show. So it's a great way to focus a really exciting community of performers and audience members in a tent sometimes.